There are many voices out there who say that religion is the cause of most wars. You hear this from people like Bill Maher, Richard Dawkins, the most vocal atheist around. Is that accurate?
You know, I heard that through my college life, that most wars are religious wars. My last year of college, professor said most wars are religious wars. I knew it didn't sound right, so I raised my hand. I knew about history, I knew about a lot of wars, raised my hand and said, can you tell me what all these religious wars are? And of course he mentioned the Crusade and the Inquisitions. Now, while those two wars are very regrettable, one being a war, the other one being a persecution, there's all kinds of studies done. We don't know exactly how many people died at the hands of those wars, but they cannot exceed 5 million. That's on the high side. In other words, there's all kinds of estimates ranging from 1 million, actually 500,000 to 5 million. They cannot exceed 5 million deaths at the hands of the Crusaders. Now, that said, let's look at all these other non-theistic wars, many at the hands of atheists. Last century alone, we saw the death of 200 million people at the hands of, again, non-theistic regimes. In communist Russia, Stalin, 20 million deaths accounted to his reign of terror alone. Mao Zedong in China, leader of the Communist Party, closed down 54,000 churches, anywhere from 40 million to 70 million deaths attributed to him. Genghis Khan, a warlord, clearly not a Christian or a religious person, 25 million deaths attributed to his reign of terror. The fall of the Ming Dynasty, 25 million deaths there. So if you just look at one of these wars is more than all the religious wars combined. So I'd say that that is a myth that's been perpetrated for a long time, and we as Christians really need to push back and really, put a stop to it, because it really is just people trying to undermine religious folks and Christians in particular.
But why is it so believable? I mean, in my opinion, people are looking for something to gravitate to. People who don't want God to be real so they can do what they want to do. Is that the reason why?
I think they're just looking for a reason to put down Christians. And personally, I think that it's an excuse not to become a Christian or not to pursue a religious faith. But look, anybody who fought in the name of Christ did it in opposition to his teachings. That these weren't religious people going to war. They were people who were going in the opposition of what Jesus taught, which was to love our enemies. And that's what we're to do. And you can't measure a theology, a philosophy, a religion by the people who depart from it. That just doesn't make sense. That would be like saying, there was a murder in my town yesterday, so we're going to abolish the laws on murder. No, these were people who did not follow the laws of murder, who were lawbreakers, and therefore you can't measure that law based on someone who broke that law. And that's what's really happening here. But look, the bottom line is, men have never needed an excuse, or religion for that matter, to go to war. There's many reasons nations go to war, from territory to power, many, many reasons, and they don't need religion to do it, and neither do men need religion to be evil. There's plenty of evil going around without religion.